So it is a race against time as the search continues for 53 persons still missing. Battling extreme weather, the Indian Navy has so far rescued 188 people on board multiple barges. Unfortunately, 22 bodies have been recovered so far. Navy says the process of identification is still on. INS Kochi arrived this morning with those rescued from the sunk barge Papa 305 at Mumbai's naval dockyard. Indian Navy ships INS Beas, INS Betwa and Tauktae have joined the search and rescue operations. This is the biggest search and rescue operation mounted after Cyclone Tauktae. 3 barges were said adrift and so did 1 oil rig in the Arabian Sea. During the search and rescue operations, 137 crew members of GAL constructor, which ran aground north of Mumbai, were also rescued.
We rendered the best possible assistance that could be done for the barge and the crew. These operations are currently still ongoing. We have a large number of naval units on site. Number of naval ships, aircraft are in the area, still conducting operations for search and rescue. My ship, of course, has just come back with a large number of people on board. About 184 people have been recovered from sea, of which 125 are on board my ship. We have rescued about 125.
14 people have been as casualties. They are being identified.
No, that I would say 14 dead bodies have been recovered. Now it is for the other authorities to confirm whether they all belong to Papa 305 or other agencies. That it will not be appropriate for me to comment.
And when that barge Papa 305 sank, several people were in the waters for several hours before Indian Navy ships finally rescued them. Let's listen in to some of the survivors.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद वो लोग को, उन लोग के लिए तो आज हम जिंदा है, नहीं तो कोई नहीं बचता।
आपके बाकी साथियों की स्थिति के बारे में बता पाएंगे कुछ? जो अभी
वो हमारा जैसा ही स्थिति है सबका।
आप अपनी जान कैसे बचाए, कैसे कूदे समुद्र में?
अब क्या करते, जब बाज डूब रहा था तब कूदना ही पड़ेगा। या तो
लाइफ जैकेट पहने थे उस समय?
हाँ, उस समय लाइफ जैकेट पहने था।
आप समुद्र के पानी में रहे?
मैं 11 घंटे समुद्र के पानी में रहा हूँ जी। इसके बाद में नेवी वालों ने आके हम लोगों को बचाया है।
बहुत क्रिटिकल सिचुएशन थी, बहुत तूफान था, ऊंचे ऊंचे लहरी थे, बहुत ऊंची ऊंची लहरी।
तो नेवी ने किस तरीके से
बहुत नेवी ने, मैं तो नेवी को सैल्यूट करता हूँ सर, उन्होंने हमारी जान बचाई बहुत।
How difficult was this operation? And this operation incidentally continues even as we speak. Earlier, I spoke to Commodore Alok Anand in the Naval Ops Room, an officer who was coordinating these operations. He gets us the ground realities. The barge, did it sink? Has the barge gone underwater completely? And those who are still missing, how successful have you been in bringing people out from sea? Were they on rafts?
That's correct. The barge sank at 1900 hours yesterday, completely underwater, vanished from the surface of the sea. So all those people that we are talking about were in small groups or individually floating around that area, which that probability area of floating based on the conditions that were prevailing at that time was huge, because the waves were high, wind speed was very high, and there was a continuous drift north. Notwithstanding that, and the visibility and the fact that it was already late in the evening, the visibility had dropped to 0, it was dark. It was very, very commendable on part of the ships which were deployed there to search and take out almost more than 2/3 of the crew which had gone missing from that ship.
Sir, we are also told that some were on rafts and they had drifted out towards sea, and I believe it was sea state 6 or sea state 7. For the benefit of our viewers, this means extremely choppy waters. So under what challenges are you working, and you're working even now trying to look for those still missing, sir?
Gaurav, choppy is an understatement. It's starring sea. It's kind of a sea state where the waves are actually higher than the height of the ship. In that kind of a sea, sailing keeping the ship steady and looking for people floating in water along the crest of the wave as well as on top of those waves is an extremely Herculean task. Notwithstanding that, and you have to employ very, very innovative methods to get those people rescued, because mainly the search and rescue at sea is done by two methods. One is by launching a helo, where you pick up the man who has gone overboard, or by using your ship's boat. Now, you would appreciate in the conditions that were prevailing or that are still prevailing in the region, we can neither launch the helo now nor we can lower the boat. So this was simple ingenuity on part of the ship's crew, the naval personnel who are present there, innovativeness, their seamanship skills, and their never say die attitude that we have been able to save such a large number of people.